Okay, students, good morning to all of you. Yes, good morning. So, in previous class, we were discussing about EMF, internal resistance, and terminal potential difference. Yes, let us see. Students, let us suppose here we are having one battery. And let us suppose this battery is connected across one external resistor, let us like this. Okay. Now, students, as you know, this will be higher potential, this will be a lower potential. Positive terminal, no negative terminal. Clear? Yes. Now, current in which direction it will flow, Nana? As you know, that current flows from higher potential to lower potential in this direction, like this. Current flows in this direction. Yes. So, let us suppose this resistor is capital R. How much current is flowing? Let us suppose I current is flowing through this resistor R due to this battery. Current is flowing means what? Charges are moving. Charges are moving. Okay. Let us suppose what type of charges are moving in this direction, in the direction of this arrow mark. They are nothing but positive charges. Positive charges are moving in this direction, whereas electrons are moving in this direction. Which I told you. Clear? Yeah. See, students, when this positive charge comes to this negative terminal of a battery, to the flow of current, these electrons should reach this positive terminal. Means once this electron enters into this battery, on this electron, due to the electric field set up between the two terminals of a battery, a force will act. See, let us suppose this is a battery. I am explaining you here. Okay. So once the positive charge enters, positive charge, let us suppose, okay, enters into this battery, a force due to this electric field which is set up between this positive terminal and negative terminal of a battery, a force will act in this direction. That force is force due to electric field. Means on that positive charge, electric field is acting, and that is not allowing this positive charge to reach this positive terminal of a battery. Then to reach this positive terminal for this electron, someone should apply somewhat force. That is nothing but battery. You imagine like this. Battery is exerting some force on that positive charge, and it is giving strength to cross this barrier, to cross this potential difference, to cross from negative terminal to positive terminal, to move, to overcome this electric force. Battery has to apply some force. Means this, with this force, this electron, this positive charge is moving from negative terminal to positive terminal. Means some work has to be done. By whom? By the battery. Battery will perform some work done on this positive charge or on this charge particle to move it from negative terminal to positive terminal. This work done per unit charge is nothing but EMF, electromotive force. EMF, all capital letters you write. Okay, EMF means it is not a force, no, it is potential difference, work done per unit charge. So EMF is nothing but electromotive force. Friends, they may ask you to define electromotive force. Define EMF. So what is EMF? EMF is the work done per unit charge by a battery in moving it from negative terminal to positive terminal. Okay, means as it is moving from negative terminal to positive terminal, this battery is doing some work. Battery is performing some work on the charge particle. Okay, so this work means this work will be converted into energy, and that energy will be given to this charge particle. Now, once this barrier it is crossed, the charge particle will get energetic. It will gain some energy, and with that energy, it will go across this wire and across this resistor. Resistor in the sense, it may be a fan, it may be a tube light, it may be a TV, anything. Load resistor. Okay, so with sufficient energy, it will go to the resistor, and the total energy this will give to the resistor, means a TV or fan. fan will run with that energy. Now after crossing this, it will lose its all energy, and with no energy, it will flow through this conducting wire. Again, it will come here, and again it will ask for energy to the battery. Battery again it will give energy to that charge particle. Again, charge particle will go through this resistor, and that energy will be given to the resistor, load resistor, maybe fan, TV, anything, and again it will flow back. So in this way, this battery will provide energy to the charge particle. It is a source of energy. Battery is a source of energy. It will give energy to the moving charge particle. It will not produce charges. EMF is electromotive force. Electromagnetic force field is not. Here I have written no EMF, electromotive force. T it is. Electromotive force. What is electromotive force? Electromotive force is nothing but it is the work done per unit charge in moving the charge from negative terminal to positive terminal across the battery. That is called as EMF. Okay, students? Or it can be defined in another format. See, whatever the potential difference is there across these two terminals of a battery, when no current is flowing, let us suppose this it is having one key, let us suppose. When key is open, no current will flow through this. In that situation, whatever the potential difference is there across these two terminals, that potential difference is also called as EMF. So two definitions, Nana, anything you can write. One is the potential difference across two terminals of a battery when no current flows through it. That is called as EMF, electromotive force. Or it is work done per unit charge. Remember, this is work done per unit charge in moving a charge particle from negative terminal to positive terminal. Why work has to be done? I have explained. Because once this charge particle enters into this field region of the battery, the electric field will exert a force in this direction, positive to negative terminal. Means this charge particle, positive charge particle, it cannot go to positive terminal. For this, battery has to perform some work to bring it to this positive terminal. That how much work it is doing per unit charge. That we call as electromotive force. Okay, students. See what happened. See, once the electron, here electron is there. Okay, or positive charge. Okay, one positive charge is there. Charge particle when it is going to here, resistor. With energy it is going. This energy, total energy, it will give to that resistor. Imagine fan. Now fan will run. Now this charge particle will come here. This charge particle, it will become energyless. Now again, it will come flow through this wire and it will come to the negative terminal of a battery. Again, it will ask for energy. Give me some energy. Again, this battery will give energy to this. Again, it will become energetic. It will go to this. So in this way, battery will provide energy to the charge particle. Okay, na? Means while it is providing energy, battery has to perform some work. Means battery has to spend some work. How much energy battery is spending? That we call it as EMF, electromotive force. Students, when this battery is bringing the charge particle from negative terminal to positive terminal, it has to spend some energy. That energy is called as electromotive force. How much energy the electron is gaining, that is not the electromotive force. How much energy this battery is spending? Means let us suppose one electron is there at negative terminal of a battery here. Now battery is doing work to bring it to positive terminal. Means this battery has to spend some energy. So while it is bringing, sometimes heat may produce, sometimes light may go. Means okay. So due to that, battery has to perform more. Battery has to spend more energy on that electron, and electron will gain some less energy only. The energy gained by the electron, I am not saying. Energy spent by the battery is EMF. I hope you got somewhat idea on that. With a numerical value, let us suppose. Students, let us suppose battery is performing some work done of 12 joules. 12 joules of work it is doing. Now, energy gained by the charge particle, let us suppose 10 joules. Then some loss will be there. While the battery is bringing this charge particle from negative terminal to positive terminal. Okay, that loss is due to internal resistance of a battery. This battery will have some internal resistance. That internal resistance will consume some energy while we are moving this charge particle from negative terminal to positive terminal. So that loss may be loss due to the internal resistance, that is IR. Let us suppose it is 2 joules. Now this 12 joules is called as EMF. Work done by a battery per unit charge. How much work is doing by the battery? That we should not see how much energy the charge particle gains. That we should not see. Okay, the energy gained by the charge particle is called as terminal potential difference. What we call terminal potential difference. Did you understand this point? What I am saying? Clear? So battery is a source of energy. Now EMF is EMF. It is nothing but the potential difference. PD I'll write in short form. Potential difference between two terminals of a battery when no current flows through it. Okay, very important definition you need to remember. Electromotive force. Don't think that it is a force. It is the energy work done by the battery per unit charge. It is not the force. Okay, don't think that here F is there, F indicates force. It is not. The name is given like this, electromotive force. Okay, na? Now, terminal potential difference. Terminal potential difference. Terminal potential difference. Students, terminal potential difference we will indicate with letter V. EMF we will indicate with letter E. E is not electric field. Electric field, whenever I'll write E bar. E bar indicates electric field. Like this I'll write. E bar I'll write. Just if I'll write E means it is EMF, you have to understand here in this chapter. Okay, na? Yeah. Terminal potential difference is nothing but the potential difference. The potential difference. PD indicates potential difference between two terminals of a battery when current flows through it. Students, when the circuit is open, no current is flowing through this battery. In that situation, whatever the potential difference is there between these two terminals, that potential difference we call it as EMF. When you close this key, current will flow now. Now when current flows through the battery, whatever the potential difference is there between these two terminals, that potential difference is called as terminal potential difference. Okay, na? Point understood, no? Yes. So terminal potential difference is nothing but potential difference between two terminals when current flows through it. EMF is nothing but potential difference between two terminals when no current flows through the battery. These 2 points you must remember. Okay, na? Clear? Yes. So to understand it mathematically, so students, one point you have to understand. Students, let us suppose here we are having a resistor. Okay, R resistor. Let us suppose across this resistor some I current is flowing. I current is flowing. Okay, na? Now, yeah. Here, let us suppose this 2 ohm, this 6 volts, it is 1 ohm. Okay, na? And across this battery, let us suppose 1 ampere current is flowing. Let us suppose this is one part of one branch circuit. Let us suppose. Now, Let us suppose this point is A, this point is B. Now, sometimes here you may get a question to find the potential difference between the points A and B. What is VA minus VB? Question mark. They may ask you. Okay, na? Students, how to get this? See, in this only I will explain these all things. You have to listen carefully. Students, let us suppose this potential is VA. Now, this potential will be how much? Students, current as it is flowing like this, you can imagine here plus, here minus. Because always current will flow from positive to negative. Okay, na? Are you getting? Yes. Since 1 ampere current is flowing, 1 ampere current is flowing through this branch. Now, across this, some potential drop will be there. This point, voltage will become, this is VA and this will become VA minus something 1 volt. Are you understanding what I am saying? Because these two terminals potential difference should be equal to 1 volt. IR, V is equal to IR, 1 into 1 ohm, 1 volt. Or let us suppose this is 2 ampere current. So 2 volts, 2 into 1, 2. Are you understanding? Means this point is something P, let us suppose. You know, VA minus VP should be equal to IR. Potential difference between two terminals should be equal to I into R. Are you getting? So, VA minus VP should be equal to IR. 2 into 1 is 2. Clear? So, I want VP. VP is equal to VA minus 2 volts. That only I have written here. Point understood? Okay? Next. See, here plus is there, here minus is there. Students. Now, in this case, this point voltage will become VA, here minus 2, here minus 6. Still voltage drop. Now, this point 2 to the 4, minus 4 should be equal to VB, this point voltage. Okay, na? Because here plus is there, here minus is there again. Here drop is there, voltage drop, IR, I is 2 ampere, resistance is 2 ohm, IR 2 to the 4, 4 volts are written. Here battery voltage is 6 volts, that's 6 I have written here. Is it confusing? Okay. I'll give you one trick to you. I'll give you one trick to you. Students, let us suppose here one resistor is there and current is flowing in this direction. This is a resistor. Let us suppose we have to trace a path from A to B. Then always, yes, I will explain you what always. Always, if you go from A to B, VA minus VB should be equal to minus IR. Okay, na? Means whenever you go from one point to another point in the direction of flow of current across the resistor, there will be some voltage drop will be there. That resistor will consume some energy. Due to that, energy is nothing but voltage, potential difference you can imagine. Okay? Yes, drop, potential drop will be there. This point you remember. Okay? Whenever you go across the resistor in the direction of flow of current, current is flowing in this direction, then you will get voltage drop. You remember this point. And let us suppose if you are moving from B to A, then VB minus VA will give you plus IR. These 2 points are very important, just remember. Okay? Means across the resistor, if you want to move in the direction of flow of current, then always potential drop will be there. And if you want to move in opposite direction to the flow of current, then potential gain will be there. Plus IR you should write. Remember this point. Okay, na? Next, second point. Students, let us suppose here we are having a battery plus minus. Okay, let us suppose this battery EMF or voltage is E. Okay, na? And let us suppose we have to move from positive terminal to negative terminal. We have to move from positive terminal to negative terminal. Like this we should move. Then always you should write minus E, voltage drop or EMF drop will be there. Remember this point. In the direction from positive to negative across the battery, if you are going, EMF drop will be there, energy drop will be there. Whereas if you move from negative terminal to positive terminal, like this, if you move, then plus EMF we should write, because the charge particle will gain the energy when it cross the battery from negative terminal to positive terminal. Just now I have explained. Okay, na? These 4 points you must remember, Nana. Again, one more time I will explain you this when we are discussing about Kirchhoff laws. Okay, na? 4 points. What are the 4 points? About resistor 2 points, about battery 2 points. Now, across the resistor, how you are moving, point out. If you are moving in the direction of flow of current, current is flowing like this, in the direction of flow of current, if you are moving, then potential drop will be there. And across the resistor, if you are moving in opposite direction to the flow of current, current is like this. If you are moving in opposite direction, then potential gain will be there. Similarly, across the battery when you are moving, if you are moving from negative terminal to positive terminal, EMF gain will be there, energy gain will be there, voltage gain will be there. If you move from positive to negative, voltage drop will be there, EMF drop will be there. These 4 points you must remember. Yes, everywhere it will be useful, na? Very important point. You must remember this. Okay, na? Yeah. So by keeping these 4 points in mind, students, let us discuss this EMF and potential difference. See, students, yes. Let us suppose this is a battery. Let's suppose this battery is having some internal resistance small r, is having some EMF E. Okay. Now, let us suppose this battery is connected across one external resistance capital R, like this. Now, what happened, Nana? Battery will act like a source of energy. It will give energy to the charge particle, and the charge particle will move from positive terminal of a battery to negative terminal of a battery like this. Let us suppose some I current is flowing through this. Okay, and let us suppose here one key is there here, provided in this circuit. One key K is provided in this circuit. Okay, Anna? Students, since key is open, no current will flow because it is not a free conducting path. It is open circuit. Current cannot flow. Okay, breakage is there. It cannot flow. In that situation, the potential difference between these two terminals, because current is in this case is 0. Let us suppose this point is A, this point is B. Okay, now VA, potential at point A. Now we are going from positive to negative. Potential drop will be there. Just now I told you, when you are moving across the battery from positive to negative, what happened? Drop will be there, minus E. And here I is 0, I into 0 is 0, minus 0 is equal to VB. We have reached to point B. Now VA minus E is equal to VB. VA minus VB is nothing but E. This is what I have explained here. See, the PD, potential difference, the potential difference between two terminals of a battery, between these two terminals of a battery, when no current flows through it, is called as EMF. It is called as EMF. Okay, na? Now, let us suppose this key is closed now. This key is closed. Now, what happened? Current will flow. Current is not 0 now. Current is flowing in this direction. Okay. Now, again, let us cross these 2 points from A to B in the same direction. Like this only, let us move. This voltage is VA. Now, you are moving from plus to minus. So, you should write minus E. Okay, na? And see, across the resistor, you are moving from opposite direction to the current. Means you should gain voltage gain. So plus IR should be equal to VB. Then VA minus VB is equal to plus E minus IR. Okay, this is called as terminal potential difference. Yes, the potential difference between two terminals of a battery when current flows through it. Through this battery, when current flows, now between these two terminals, whatever the potential difference will be there, that potential difference is called as terminal potential difference. One more R is there. I am not talking about this capital R. Okay, let it be. When we have to talk about this capital R, how much current is there. That time we should talk about that one. Okay, I will give you that point also. Wait, are you understanding? I am focusing only on these 2 points. Let it be R is there. Okay, we will discuss about this one later, because we are confined to these 2 points only. I am not going to this, no matter whatever may be the R, because I am not discussing about this branch. Okay, yeah. So what is EMF? EMF is nothing but the potential difference between 2 terminals of a battery when no current flows through it. What is potential difference? The potential difference, the terminal potential difference. This is the potential difference between 2 terminals of a battery when a current flows through it. See students, now if no current is flowing, this will be 0. This is called as EMF. When current is flowing, then E minus IR is called as terminal potential difference. Students, from here you will get V is equal to E minus IR. V is nothing but terminal potential difference is equal to E minus IR. Now, which one will be more, Nana? E will be greater than V. Yes or no? Yes, V is less than E. So, when the battery is discharging, when the battery is giving current, then always the EMF will be greater than terminal potential difference. Okay, na? Okay, students? Yeah. Students, now let us suppose in this branch, how much current, I current, how much we want. Then what to do? Simple technique. Students, you can have different ways. Yeah. See here, capital R is there, here small r is there. How they are connected? They are connected end to end. Means in series. R equivalent in series, how much? Capital R plus small r. And what is the voltage is there in this circuit? E will be there. Okay, na? Then current is nothing but voltage divided by R. That is nothing but E divided by capital R plus small r. This much current is there. You can find like this. So when you want to find the current, you need to take this capital R. Or one more. Yeah. Let us suppose this point is A. See, across this total branch, we should come back to A. Let us suppose. Okay, na? Now, see, I am going in this direction. Like this, I am going. Okay, first terminal is A, so this potential will be VA. Now across the resistor in the direction of current I am going. What will be there? Gain or loss? Yes, voltage loss will be there. That is minus IR. Okay, na? Now again across this internal resistance I am going in the direction of flow of current. Again minus I small r. Okay, na? Now I am moving from negative terminal to positive terminal of a battery. What should happen? EMF gain will be there. Now after that I came back to A, means potential of A. This cancel out. You will get minus IR minus small IR. You will get capital E is equal to plus IR plus I small r. So E is equal to I of capital R plus small r. Then I is equal to E divided by capital R plus small r. I hope you understood. This is called as a Kirchhoff loop law. I will explain you later. But because you are asking, no, what about this capital R? That's why I have explained this point. Okay, na? Friends, understood? No? Now, see here, I have written small r. What is small r? Small r is nothing but internal resistance. Small r is nothing but internal resistance. Internal resistance. Students, sometimes we need to find this internal resistance how much. Yeah, let us find. In practicals also, we need to do this. Students, you know one point, that whatever the potential difference will be there in parallel. See these 2 points. This P, this Q, imagine this is A and this B. Now between AB and PQ, how they are connected? They are connected in parallel like this. Whatever the voltage is there between these 2 points, that will be equal to these 2 points. Yeah. What is the voltage between P and Q? Potential difference how much? We can write it is IR. Do you know? Yes, we can write like this. Potential difference is nothing but IR between these 2 points. Is IR we can write. Or if you want, you can write E minus small IR also you can write. You can write that V can be written as E minus small IR. Anything you can write. Both the values you will give you the same reading. With numericals also we will do later. Okay. Now, okay. So the terminal potential difference V is equal to I. What is I? Here I have written capital E divided by capital R plus small r into capital R. Okay? Yeah. So then capital R plus small r, can we write E divided by V into capital R? Yes. These two positions I have interchanged. Okay, na? Yes. We can write. Then small r is equal to E by V into R minus capital R. Can we write? Plus r going to that side, it will become minus r. Then small r can be written as E by V minus 1 into capital R. Very, very, very important formula. You need to remember this. Internal resistance of a cell. Formula what? E by V minus 1 into R. What is E? E is the EMF of a cell. What is V? V is the terminal potential difference of a cell. Minus 1 into capital R. Okay, na? Yes, very, very, very important point. You must remember this one. Small r is equal to E by V minus 1 into capital R. Okay. See students, if you do this same thing with the one more equation, I said no. Terminal potential difference. V is equal to E minus small I into R also. You can do with this also. You will get again same answer. Okay. Yes. Why, sir? So V is equal to E minus, what is capital I? Capital I is nothing but E divided by capital R plus small r into small r. Okay, na? Then V is equal to LCM is capital R plus small r. You will get E into capital R plus E into small r minus E into small r. These two cancel. Again, you are getting same answer. See, V is equal to E into capital R divided by capital R plus small r. See, both are same. Again, you may get this answer. Got it? Huh. So internal resistance of a cell small r is equal to E by V minus 1 into capital R. Very important point. You remember this. Huh. Next. Friends, next we need to discuss about cells connected in series and cells connected in parallel. Yes, let us discuss. Cells connected in series. If some cells are connected in series, what will happen? If they are connected in parallel, what will happen? Let us discuss. Students, let us suppose here we are having one cell. Okay, and this cell is having some internal resistance, let us suppose R. Let us suppose this EMF is E1, thus internal resistance is R1. Now let us suppose we are having another cell E2 EMF and internal resistance is small R2. Let us suppose we have connected these two in end-to-end connection like this. Okay, na? Now across one external load resistor capital R. Load resistor, I am saying load resistor in the sense it may be fan, TV, tube light, anything. Capital R. Okay, na? Now how much current will flow? Students, one point. See, this battery will send current in this direction, and this battery also will send current in the same direction. Means total EMF will add up. Okay, na? Yes. So effective EMF, E effective, you can write E1 plus E2 nana. And what about resistors, sir? See, R1, R2 and capital R, they are connected in series. Then R equivalent, we can write it as R1 plus R2 plus capital R. Now current can be written as I is equal to EMF divided by R equivalent. That is E1 plus E2 divided by capital R plus R1 plus R2. Very simple. When cells are connected in series, total EMF will become E1 plus E2. Only when two cells pole positive terminals are together. This positive terminal and this positive terminal both are in same direction. Then only the battery will send current in the same direction. If they are reversed, then what happened? You may get like this. Students, plus minus E1. Now one more battery is connected like this, let us suppose. E2 plus minus internal resistance R2 across one load resistor capital R, let us suppose. Then E effective will become E1 minus E2. if E1 value is greater than E2, then only. That means current will flow in this direction. Means direction of flow of current when the two batteries are connected in opposite direction. That depends upon which battery EMF is more. Which battery EMF is more? Let us suppose E1 battery EMF is more. Then current will flow in the direction of that E1 battery. R equivalent, however, it is easy. R equivalent is capital R plus small r1 plus small r2. And because small r1, small r2 and capital R, they are connected in series. Then current I can be written as E effective by R equivalent. This is the formula because from Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, I is equal to V by R. V is nothing but EMF. EMF. Okay, na? Yeah. So it is E1 minus E2 divided by capital R plus small r1 plus small r2. Okay, na? So these 2 points, just remember when cells are connected in series. Very easy point it is. Now let us suppose, students, let us suppose a third battery is also connected here like this. A third battery also connected like this, having some internal resistance R3 and EMF E3. Then what happened? EMF will become plus E3. R equivalent will become capital R plus R1 plus R2 plus R3. That's it. Means plus E3 current plus R3. Current will become this much. Like this, and how many cells are there? That all the cells EMF we should add and all the resistors we should add because they are in series. You will get total current how much in that circuit. Okay, na? Yeah. Now in next class we will discuss when all the cells are having equal EMF and equal internal resistance. Then what happened? And when they are connected in parallel, what happened? These 2 points we will discuss in next class. Okay, na? Bye.